there's an ethical requirement that's associated with living in the manner that would justify your life even to yourself, to have faith and courage in the future, no matter what.
Sure.
Right? So it's not a foolishness or what? Defense against death anxiety or foolish superstition, that faith. It's not that at all. It's a kind of courage. It's like, we're going to make this work.
Yeah.
We're going to make this work. And a child is a vote in that direction.
A child is a vote for the future.
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
Yeah. How many kids do you have now?
I have 12.
12?
Yeah.
So you're definitely doing your part.
Yeah.
What do you like about kids? What do you like about your kids?
I mean, there's an older batch and a younger batch.
Okay.
So it's quite a big difference. Little X, who's over there, he's the eldest of the youngest. He's 4. And my older boys are 20 and 17, turning 18 shortly. So big gap.
So what did you like about having kids?
Well, I think kids are delightful.
Why? What's delightful about them? Because they get a bad rap, man. So what did you find delightful about them?
I mean, I think we are, I mean, most people, vast majority of people are going to love their kids, and it's like
so that's
a little loved one.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
And
they also want to love you.
They do.
Kids, if you give them the chance.
They do.
They're the only people you'll ever meet in your life who want nothing more than to have the best possible relationship they could have
Sure.
with anyone with you. That's a good deal.
It's a good deal. And I think there's, like frankly, if we weren't biologically inclined to love our children and to want to nurture them and to find reward, we would long ago have ceased to exist. I mean, you can take, say, I don't know, a wolf or a wildcat or some creature that a wolverine, some creature that would normally be very aggressive. And when that creature has babies, the mother nurtures them and is tender and caring. So, we've evolved to love our offspring. It's a natural thing. And I think people, I mean, even if somebody's sort of taken somewhat of a hedonistic approach to life, I think there's an appeal even on the hedonism side to say that, well, would you not, you'll actually find it very rewarding.
I think that's good. That's a good appeal, and it's one. That's exactly why I asked you the question.
It's a solid argument, for the hedonists out there, and not all hedonists are bad. I mean, I have friends who are hedonistic and they're very good people, but they. And I've actually convinced some of them to have kids, which I'm happy to say. And they've thanked me afterwards. Like, not one person who I've said, you should really have kids, you won't regret it. And not one person has said they regret it, ever.
Right, so that means
I've convinced many people to have kids.
Friends, so that's good.
Yeah, they love it. So
well, when I was working in Boston, I had a very busy job, and I pretty much stopped doing everything except my job and spending time with my kids. But if I had to rank those in importance, then spending my time with my kids, that was better. And the reason it was more important was because it was partly because it was actually better. Like, if your kids are capable of a modicum of pro-social behavior, which is pretty much your choice, although temperament makes a difference, there isn't anyone more entertaining to associate with than little kids, because partly I think it's because they're not as cortically inhibited. So my daughter has a new
There's no filter. They just say what they think.
Well, and you can see what they see through their eyes too. So you're all filtered in, and you see the presumptions everywhere. And then a child comes along and think, oh yeah, that's an amazing thing, and I've forgotten all about that. I replaced my perception with my memory, right? And so children reopen that. That's also why I think it says in the Gospels that unless you become like a little child, you can't enter the kingdom of heaven, because you have to make contact with that untrammeled perception that existed before you ossified your perceptions into your foolish and often nihilistic habits.